That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me
Okay.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home.
Okay.
My balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home. My balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit.
I'm actually surprised you're here.
Broadcasting live from the outer Europe. This is the most badass YouTube broadcasting in all the land. You know the whole fucking spiel. Jeff's here. Nick's here. Vault's here. Hello, gentlemen. And we've got a sort of a multi-show. I would say it's a shortened news show. Maybe we should do these more often. And we're going to talk about MamaMax, who, from what I remember, I think he used to follow me on Twitter. And he always did these sort of... I'm not trying to put his talent down. Were they commentary videos? They were a black and white picture of this high-grade camera, and they used to just take his mouth. In recent months, at very least that I'm aware, he's exposing petos, and that's his new thing. Now, yesterday, I want to Bobak. No, thanks so much. Fact of the day. Fun fact: you can look up. You can't look up while your tongue is out. I can't believe I fell for that.
Yeah, and most of you idiots just tried to do that. Thanks for your $10.
Yeah, thanks for $10. All right, Def Noodles is on the case, and he writes, YouTuber MamaMax explains why he started Answer Us Pedo YouTube. Great hashtag. And talks about the content in the video being removed for harassment and bullying. MamaMax alleges the alleged pedophile app, which is apparently called My Lull, or whatever it's called. Ah, shit, I already used to know what it was called already.
My Lull.
My Lull.
Yeah, My Lull, yeah.
Yeah. Lull, I'm talking to your 13-year-old daughter.
Right.
He alleges the pedophile was removed from Google Play after his video was taken down. Now, I do got a copy to re-upload, hunting predators on a children's dating app. And apparently this Milo is a teen dating app, but it's really used by creeps, according to him. And why is there a teen dating app? That's like when I was a kid, when they did computerized, like before the internet, they used to have these like matchmaker. It was matchmaker.com, but there was kind of localized, and my mom ended up hooking up with a doctor over it. But you had to be 18 to get a dating app. You know, well, not a dating app, but use a dating anything running. That's hopefully.
Are you starting it back up?
It should be. Yeah, it should be a backup now. Going back. So how are we doing now, folks? I should be back.
2 seconds in. So far, so
rip.
So good.
Starting back up. Yeah, I'm. Yeah, I think it's YouTube server. We're up now.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein bumped me off. All right. I'll start again. It'll probably be. Usually I notice when this kind of thing happens, when you go back and watch it, it's fine. And it was 100% fine on my end. So this is, that's why YouTube has a backup server, and I'm taking advantage of it right now. So, okay. Now let's go to what I was at. Def Noodles, YouTuber MamaMax explains why he started Answer Us PedoTube, talks about the content of the video. And we'll watch that in a second. And this is the name of the video that was apparently taken down. And he claims the app, MyLol, was like dumped, like right after this video came out, which was on September 13th. And now he's kind of suggesting that YouTube's protecting predators. Now, there's two ways to look at this. Would it shock me? I don't know if they're protecting predators as much as they might be protecting their ass. It could be an honest mistake. We've seen that before. But, you know, we have seen Twitter, at least, not YouTube, protect maps online as like almost treat them like they're some kind of protected group or something. So, I don't know. Nick's got some, he thinks this is all a bunch of bullshit. Nick, you there?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, there's 2 videos that go down. We're still, by the way, in the COVID stuff, right?
Yeah.
We're still in like they still have the COVID bots working.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's like so many other explanations other than the fact that it's a government conspiracy run by YouTube, who's like run by pedophiles and stuff.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like Bo Black's video went down 2 days ago. I think you could make a bigger fucking like argument that Ethan Klein or someone like who likes Ethan Klein has been taking down content other than the entire website is run by pedophiles. Now, if you made this argument about Twitter, where they changed their TOS, to like help them,
but you're not there yet.
Better,
I will say this: I think you're right, but I wouldn't be surprised if they started protecting.
I think a Jeffrey Epstein conspiracy. All this is gonna do is get more articles on it. Like, if it was such a fucking like huge pedo thing, I mean, we just had YouTube wake up.
Yeah,
like that whole thing where there was an underground pedophile ring where all they did was delete some comments. So if you can't see the pedophiles, they're not there anymore.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's just like.
Yeah, why would they do this?
I don't know.
I'm not 100% convinced that YouTube did this. If anything, they might be covering up the fact that they had it in the Google Play Store. Maybe that would be it. But there's really isn't a lot of evidence.
Oh, yeah.
There is another problem here, too. MamaMax is a very talented filmmaker. I would even call him filmmaker, not just a video maker. And the problem is he uses this sort of entertainment style, which is interesting and neat if he was making a movie. But I don't know. It's really difficult to take his style seriously. Give me an example here.
3 long, hard, traumatizing months on this project. Dragging my face through the dirt, seeing some of the worst things that could ever appear on this earth, trying to fix the injustice that has been wrought on the internet.
Yeah, like when I see something like this, the first thing I think is like, oh, this would be popular in the Alex Jones crowd. You know, the one that actually believe every word he's trying to say. So it's so over the top. It just seems like, I don't know, if we were going to do something like this, it'd be like, look, we're putting the act down because we think this is a serious issue. And this app is allowing these predators to get at kids, and we're dropping the whole SFTP shtick. He doesn't drop the shtick. Look, and if the shtick works and it gets these guys in, it fixes the internet and gets these guys in trouble, yeah, I'm all for it. But it is it is very difficult to take his style seriously on a serious issue.
Just for you to obliterate it completely. Is this what we get for publishing on your platform? You treat criminals better than you treat your own creators. My fellow hunters say the same. This is not the first time you protected pedophiles, punished us, and ignored the cries of children. Even though our content falls perfectly within your senseless little guidelines, as you have shown by allowing the supergiant television conglomerates with tons of money, influence, power, and money to pedo hunt. Oh, but we don't get to do what they have literally been doing on this website for years. Only them. That's funny. What's also funny is that you removed my video when you have real cyberbullying somehow still up and running on your
It's the DC on. That really
putrid site that you should actually be
Well, that's kind of another one, Tommy. Like, I'll see all these comments. Like, the people who take this and go, all right, obviously there's not a pedophile cabal on YouTube.
Yeah.
But they still have people like Mini Lad and Lion Maker and Onision. Those are the big 3.
Yeah.
Following YouTube's rules, they removed that guy Austin Jones, I believe. Is that his name?
Yes, because he got convicted.
He is a convicted pedophile.
Yeah.
They removed Lion Maker because he is a convicted pedophile.
Whoa. Lion Maker got clipped? I thought
he is currently ban evading. They haven't banned him again.
Oh, okay.
But, like, he got a channel banned.
Yeah.
They commented to official articles that were written about the story. Lion Maker was deplatformed because he was a convicted pedophile.
Okay.
Onision has yet to be convicted. I don't think he should.
I don't think he's going to be either
until they actually catch him on something.
Yeah.
And the Mini Lad situation is kind of just like, that's kind of a loophole. He just admitted to it, and nobody ever.
Well, if the district attorney's not interested in taking it up, and wasn't it like was it like somebody that was like 17 or 18 or 16 or 17?
I'm not familiar with the age.
Okay, because I got to be honest with you. You guys in the States look at this 18-year-old cutoff thing as if a DA doesn't want to fucking look into it, and sometimes if they think the sex is consensual, they just let it slide.
Here's the problem with that. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Like, all right, if you didn't get tried, you didn't get tried. But like, I do see that as a potential risk on YouTube. If I had to make one criticism of this whole thing, if a guy literally said, "I talked to minors," yeah, sorry about that, I really fucked that up.
Yeah, I got you.
And he doesn't get convicted. He's allowed to make Minecraft videos. I don't know. I kind of think that's.
All right, yeah, it's. I don't know, but see, I bet from YouTube's perspective, they don't want to be. They don't want to be. They don't want to be making those kind of calls. You know.
And I don't want them. Like that's such a bad gray area. Yeah, I know. Right?
Yeah, they gotta keep track of every pedo that uses the platform.
Because you don't want anybody just getting clipped off the suspicion, or what if it's like an out of context clip that's called a confession or whatever. Yeah. Like there's so many things that could go wrong there, but like it does make me a little uneasy.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. So I don't know. This is like, let's go back to his. Is this the one? This is the one that, like, some of this stuff is funny.
That got
this is the one that got clipped.
Today.
Yeah, I don't know if you play
Can
this.
I see your face first? Because I'm shy.
Sorry. Gross. I look better than him.
Hey! You remember me?
No, I don't remember you.
No.
So you have seen.
You don't remember me?
Oh, all right. Okay.
You
What?
know what I want to do.
Is it okay that I'm 13?
Open your camera.
Amazing.
That's clearly not a girl. Is that like a young girl? Or
Yeah, he
like
fell for. He's an old guy. He played a big boomer.
Danger.
Watch this. It's pretty cool.
I see nothing. I see only black.
He's German. I can tell.
Oh, you can't see me?
Iron Man is.
Yeah, he sounds. You tell. I was gonna steal the joke, but he sounds like the bad guy from Iron Man 3. You know.
He sounds like the Mandarin.
The Mandarin. Like, I mean, look, he's a really talented guy. It's tough for me to take this seriously.
And welcome back to another
Now he's gonna do a Mr. Rogers parody.
The family-friendliest channel in all the fair lands of YouTube.
What color sweater is he gonna wear?
Harassment.
Yeah, I'm having a little trouble taking, and not to mention the fact I think it's a little too early to say that YouTube's protecting pedophiles. If they send him something back and said, yeah, it got taken down and you were in violation of bullying and harassment or something like that, all right, then it's time to say, hey, wait a minute, all this guy did was expose an app. And you guys say that, you know, Susan Wojcicki has been on record saying that the kids are our biggest priority. Kids are absolutely the biggest priority on the website. That's why we did, you know, Wake Up friggin' YouTube, which was the worst, and destroyed a lot of channels.
Wojcicki, you are no hero. When you go to jail, you'll never be coming.
And this is more. I found a website that protects predators. This came out yesterday. I think it's talking about the video they take him down. No, here he is. Like, look at this stuff. This is creepy. Like, I'm gonna make the creepiest video possible to expose creeps. You know.
I was 15 years old when I got sexually exploited online by a guy I met on a kids game.
I was 3 years old when my dad...
Like, this looks like a cool documentary. You know what I mean? But it's just like, I don't know.
The editing and stuff is good. I don't know if this is the subject.
I don't know if this is the right way to do it.
I don't have a problem with, like, the layout. Like, here's the deal. I wouldn't make a fucking pedophile expose like this. Yeah. I also wouldn't make a pedophile expose at all. I mean, I watched... Instagram Wake Up. That didn't go so well.
It didn't go so well.
Wake Up, and that didn't go so well either.
And MamaMax is already assuming that they're protecting pedophiles. The evidence isn't in yet. We don't know if they are or not. We don't know if this is a glitch. We've seen entire channels taken down, and YouTube's apologized for it and put them back up because they said it was a glitch. What is the most common? Reposting other people's content. You know, they find.
Here's the problem. When you're talking about pedophile rings and all this shit, you have to use words like CP. Child pornography. You have to use words like sexual assault, sexual violence. I was 15. All of these things are
might
also
trip
out of context.
the algorithm. It might
when you're
chip the
using
bot.
bots, when you're using the algorithm, I mean, you're asking them to do like context. So this is kind of difficult already, right?
Yeah.
And now you're adding in the elements of horror, lynching babies, like blood-covered fucking jump scares.
Yeah.
All of these other things. I was 3 years old. By the algorithm.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. And he sounds like the Mandarin.
It's really easy for this to be accidentally fun, and it sounds like the Mandarin. So
Yeah, he does.
copyright.
He sounds like the Mandarin.
I was 6 years old when my friend sexually assaulted me.
I mean, I don't want to knock this guy because he's a talented dude. You know, I really, and it's like, I'm sure he means well, but we've seen this before with guys that mean well. One of them's my friend, Twoon. He's been over here twice. He was kind of in over his head. But he did mean well. Absolutely. But you could get in so much trouble with this shit, and especially if you're, accusing people of protecting pedos.
10 years old.
Then again, Twitter does it.
When 3 15-year-old boys decided to molest me behind a bush.
It's pretty fucking creepy, man. Tony Stark, you have 2 days to surrender. Yeah.
And they'll never see me coming.
3 months ago, my fans and I discovered one of the most massive pedo rings on the surface web.
Yeah, and he's been doing this for a minute. All right, all the links to his videos, including this one, are in my description box. You guys are more than welcome to check him out. I am interested in how you call it, because I am not ready to join the panic wagon on this. I've got a kind of a wait and see approach to this, and let's see what happens. Let's see if he gets a letter back from YouTube and find out. I mean, I don't.
Or if you're just gonna watch for the editing,
I don't think he's in violation of anything right there. But one of the videos, I think I saw a gun. Didn't we just go through that with didn't we just go that with H3? It was pretty clear they don't want you using guns. I forget which one that was.
That's probably why Bulblax's video went down.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, maybe that wasn't that the one with the clip of Leafy talking about the.
Yeah, you really
Maybe
can't.
it wasn't.
You really can't use guns anymore, which is ridiculous, of course.
No, Tom, it wasn't that because he had a doll on a noose in this video.
There's literally a doll on a noose. Like there's a doll getting lynched.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you say that word now? Is that bad too?
I don't
know. We'll find out.
That's why I said.
Well, the baby
ridiculous.
was white, so I think we'll be fine.
Nothing is. It's just this guy's a guy with a baseball bat. Yeah. Let's show you some of the imagery. It's fucking creepy as hell. It's like a horror movie. Yeah, you saw a guy with a baseball bat here.
Oh, it's Negan. Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's Negan.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. This is fucking creepy as fuck, dude. But yeah, I hope he catches these guys. And these apps are your teenager doesn't need to have a freaking dating app, by the way.
Your teenager doesn't need to have a fucking smartphone.
Yeah, I know, pretty much. Pretty much. You really don't. You really don't have to have it. Let's see. Serious YouTuber MamaMax answer us PedoTube after YouTube removed his video exposing pedophile apps on the Google Play Store. YT took it down. YT took down the video for bullying and harassment. MamaMax said he didn't break the guidelines. YouTube didn't initially respond, only after the tag trended. Okay. I'm talking to YouTube. Susan Wojcicki kindly asked for help. MamaMax. Followed up in your original tweet. Okay. Followed up in your original tweet below. We're looking into this. And we'll update as soon as possible. We're so sorry for not sharing this earlier. Yeah, this is a mistake.
No, they obviously have a pedophile problem, Tom.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Well, I'm glad we got to the bottom of this horse shit.
I see Epstein.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be. Look, we all know the system's broken. Dear YouTube, seeking justice for sexually abused children. And I think if you speak in this manner, you're less likely to be taken seriously. I think having a, I don't know, for lack of a better word, skeptical approach. Hey, this video went down and this doesn't break community guidelines. And I'm thinking it might be a mistake. Could you let me know? Because very concerned, because we have very important information as far as the exploitation of children online. One of the tools that are being used by these predators is in your app store and was recently removed. I pointed that out in this video. Could you get back to me? But it's like, answer us PedoTube. I don't know, it just sounds like
sounds like article bait. Sounds like
it's just a bunch of clickbait.
No idea what you're talking about.
You just don't know what you fucking talk about. All right, this is good for me. PETA put out a big thing on James Charles. Using a puppy for clout is anything but cute. Are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
Yeah, get ready.
I'm average fuck, dude.
Get ready.
I'm average fucked.
He's fucked. Buying a dog when there's 70 million homeless animals is just plain reckless. No, actually, I think it's a lot safer because homeless dogs tend to bring in fucking disease and be all sorts of fucked up, and I wouldn't let them near my kid. I think I'd much rather buy a purebred dog.
So you're saying I shouldn't go buy a wolf just pick up a wolf right now?
Yeah. Well, they're homeless too, technically. Recently, influencer James Charles supported the cruel breeding industry by buying a puppy instead of adopting. First of all, there is cruelty in the breeding industry, but they're called puppy mills. Something tells me somebody's got the money that James Charles has, is going to top flight breeders where these dogs are treated quite well. Quite well.
I got my dog from a puppy mill.
Did you really? You bought him in the mall?
Suki's cute.
If you buy them in the mall, they're from puppy mills.
No, fuck that. No way. I got one some lady who has like 5,000 dogs in her house.
Okay, yeah, all right. That's not a puppy mill. Puppy mill is like they keep they use the females so they stop able to be given birth and they put them to sleep.
Pretty sure that's what it was, yeah.
Oh. All right. Well, here we go.
It came out great.
I feel like it's honestly a good time to bring the dog into the family.
Immediately after buying the puppy, he exploited the dog for photos and videos.
Oh my god.
You can't put your fucking dog on camera. See, people think PETA is like a normal organization that cares about the welfare of No, they're an absolutely far left wacko group that doesn't believe in zoos. They don't even believe if it was up to PETA, no one would be able to own a pet. No one would be able to go to a zoo. No one would be able to test animals to get stuff that, I don't know, cures cancer. I worked at a place, Ortho McNeil Pharmaceuticals. They were literally testing, trying to find the cure for cancer and treatments for cancer. They wouldn't let you have a pet. They wouldn't let you go to zoo. They would limit scientists studying. They would limit biologists. That's how extreme these people are. So what they're trying to do here is, and I don't think they're successful, is trying to normalize, A, breeders being fucking horrible people, not all of them are, and C, you owning a pet being somehow cruel. You have to adopt. No, I don't have to adopt. Look, if you go to a breeder, good breeder, the odds of that animal not having a serious health problems goes up. It goes up. So I don't want to fucking be constantly pick some goddamn adopted dog and he has hip dysplasia and shits all over the house. The idea is you can't. I mean, there's no guarantee. Dogs get sick and they have genetic problems like everybody else. Mike the Weeb. Nick's dog has Japanese name. He's a Weeb. Does he really? What's your Suki?
My mom named it Suki. I don't know why.
Is it a Shih Tzu?
No.
Oh.
It's a, what is it? It's got one of those weird names. A cockapoo.
It's probably a Japanese dog too, right?
Yeah.
It's probably Japanese.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have Suki and Sophie. One of them's American.
Okay. So they're really trying to, they don't want you to own pets. Really, they're an extremist group. And he doesn't have to adopt if he doesn't want to. Buying a dog with a 7 million homicide. Breeders are dog breeder and machines for merchandise. Some breeders, puppy mills, absolutely. And if they're just going after puppy mills, I think I wouldn't have a product. Not all breeders are animals.
No, some of them are people.
Yeah. 6 million dogs. Well, yeah, take that dog home. Fuck you! I'm getting the good-looking, well-bred Labrador. Fuck off. That thing looks like it, I don't know, would eat my kid. Jesus. Look at that thing. 70 million homeless cats struggle to survive in the streets. Celebrities and influencers should use their wealth and privilege to help animals in need. Guess what? They don't have to. Nobody has to. This might be a puppy mill. Because that's what I've told they're like. Yeah, and they're going to see that dog going back and forth like that. It's no good. But how do we know that, I remember we got a collie when I was a kid. These dogs had an entire ranch to run on.
Imagine having to clean up like a puppy mill like worth of dog shit.
Yeah, that's one of the things they don't do. They don't take care. They don't take care of the dogs. It's just push. What they'll do is let's say get some big purebred dogs like German Shepherds, Collies, Labrador Retrievers, and they just keep the female pregnant and don't give her a lot of room, just enough room to give birth. They get those puppies out, they get them to the fucking malls. It's cruel practice. It's fucked up. But breeders don't do that. When I got this sable collie when I was a kid, and they had the females had barns, multiple to themselves, to birth when it was time for them to give birth, and the rest of the dogs were out there were running into fields like horses. Like they had a mile to run around. They're not all puppy mills. This is probably a puppy mill though. Some are even mutilated. Yes. We all know about the boxers and ear cropping and stuff like that. Not a big fan of it. But the dog show, the Westminster Dog Show. Yeah. I don't blame the breeders for that shit. Blame the owners and the people that want to show dogs. They do crop tails and crop ears and things like that. But those are the standards to be able to show the gold. Boxer's tail must be cropped. By the way, cropping sucks. I think if you ever see a boxer puppy uncropped, they're fucking great. They look so much better. Let's see, boxer puppy uncropped. Uncropped. There we go. I have to spell it for me. It's a great looking dog right there. There you go.
It's fucking ugly. It needs to be mutilated.
Yeah. Well, you gotta cut his tail off. All right. I'm somewhat on the side of Peter. Peter doesn't want you to own a pet. Period. And if you want to stop cropping, you got tell them to change the freaking standard for show dogs. It'll just stop. But uncropped boxers, they look like great dogs.
Nah, it needs to be more mutilated. It doesn't really fit my taste.
Well, the ears, and they make the ears stick. But all you got to do is, we did crop my dog's ears, but we didn't cut anything. We just put something in there to make them stand up straight. Collies, those pointed ears that collies have with the one ear hanging down, that's not natural. You actually have to crop their ears. But yeah, I mean, I can get on board with that, but I can get on board with that, but I mean, this is just ridiculous. James, dumping on James Charles because he wanted a dog, a nice dog. I actually, guys, I'm gonna go a bit farther. I recommend good breeders if you're gonna get a purebred dog. Good quality breeders. Go to the place, check out the conditions yourself. You'll find out 9 times out of 10 they're living better than you. All right, breeding dogs to conform to aesthetic standards is a supremacist. It's a supremacist notion. They're trying to tie this into racism. Peter's famous for comparing chickens making eggs for food to the Holocaust. I mean, they used to have this when I was a kid. Holocaust on your plate. These people think that animals and human beings are on the same sort of a level. No, they're not. So they use words like supremacist and Holocaust on your plate. These people are fucking wackos. I wish I could have a dog, though, I have to admit. Purebred dogs are superior to mixed breeds. Wait a minute, you're the supremacist. Hey, that's not true. It depends on what you want them for. You wouldn't want a mixed dog. Like, if you were an Australian sheep herder, you wouldn't want anything than an Australian sheep herding dog.
What do you mean? You don't want a cockapoo for that?
Yeah, exactly. Purebred dogs are superior to mixed breeds. How would you know that? Depends on the mixed breed. I'm sure there's some mixed dogs out there that can do some amazing shit. All dogs destroyed. Yeah, they would get rid of dog breeding, like dog breeds, if they could. All dogs deserve. Yeah, all people deserve to be treated well and taken care of. Then they don't get that either. Some people some dogs and some people get a bad fucking deal. They're not money makers.
If we just killed all the dogs, I don't think we'd have.
Oh my God, there are not props for social media. What What is problem? They're taking a picture of the dog. And don't donate a dime to these people. They're not pro animal rights, and I think there's alternatives to PETA out there.
They're
There are
actually pro
alternatives.
animal wrongs.
Yeah, they're there's no such thing as a responsible breeder. That's just simply not true. That's a lie. Marion Earl was a top breeder. She sold us our dog. She was well respected. We visited the grounds when I was a kid. This is just horse shit. It's a complete lie. So now all breeders are running puppy mills. Never buy an animal and share. Never buy an animal and share this video with somebody. Never buy an animal? Yeah, they want breeds to be gone. Yeah, wackos. Among Us 2 canceled 1 month after it was announced.
Yeah, because the developers were so shit. They're like, listen, we don't know how to code this so we can put anti-cheat in, so we're just going to make a sequel and we're going to do it right this time.
Oh, really?
So I guess they've decided now that they're going to just put it all into the
They put it all into the other game. There's no reason.
Like, I guess they may have hired somebody who understands how to code.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's so weird. They're just a small little development group, and they have one of the biggest games on the planet. Because conceptually, you know, Among Us is fucking brilliant. And they're going to sell a lot of...
I was hoping somebody would just steal it from them and make a better version of it.
That's entirely possible. I mean, look what happened to, PlayerUnknown and H1Z1. And they got Fortnited. You know, I don't see... I bet they're in the works. And as long as the game's the same, and God forbid somebody adds like a new aspect to it, goodbye Among Us. If I were these kids... There's your kids running this, right? Like 20s, 30s. Is that right?
Probably. You have to bet.
Sell this fucking thing. You can't handle it.
Sell it to Microsoft.
Sell it to Microsoft. They'll give you a couple of... Tell them fucking if I sell this for $10 million.
It'll be on the Game Pass.
You could sell this for only $10 or $20 million. You know? God. You got... I mean...
Payday.
What?
Nice little payday.
Yeah, the thing is, like, you got to ask yourself, are you going to get... versed, PETA says race missing makes you inferior. If you heard them. PETA's nuts. All right. I don't usually cover this stuff anymore, but I thought it was terribly fucking funny. The anti-Ralph crowd, which used to be his crowd, is so desperate for a video made on Ralph, because I guess they feel if Medicare was more up for it, that he would make like a Tonka, Miles Chung, a Mundane Matt style video. These crutch, they were so desperate because I guess Medicare doesn't have any interest in doing it. From what I understand, he's very, very ill. They actually made one and used his voice. You gotta watch this.
Dear God. Ethan, what are you doing? Oh no, what have I done? What have I done? Even around this particular area of...
This is so not Jim-like, too. It's this, he would never do anything like this.
The internet. You're probably familiar with one individual by the name of Ethan Ralph. This is a man that had, at one point, perhaps one of the most watched live streams at the time on YouTube.
That's from Tonka's video. I could tell. Yeah.
I can hear one was from like the Sargon video. Yeah.
Yeah, they just mixed everything in. It's pretty creative, I admit, but
it's creative. But
it's pathetic.
To what?
It's fucking.
So is MC Jarbo, who makes 3-minute parody songs.
Oh, he's amazing.
Those are creative. Those are funny. Now imagine that, like, you're so upset that somebody hasn't made a video that you're gonna sit here and you're gonna make like a 1 hour. By the way, look at the timestamp.
Yeah.
A 1 hour video for them with their voice. The starving Jim fans are so starving.
Yeah.
They literally made another Jim video.
Oh, that's so funny.
Famous for melting the fuck down live on his stream while drinking himself into a coma, and more recently for revenge porn. Had his sex tape leak on the internet with a girl who's just barely 18 years old.
It's funny to me that a group of people that watched blood sports eat each other right down and through the bone are just so like this. Your whole scene, your whole community is busted. It's gone. Like nobody cares outside of a real small percentage of people on YouTube. Because you kind of broke up, because you ate everybody. And now Ralph's getting by because, if Ralph had done this in 2018, Jim probably would have fucking ran him through. But, I don't think Jim's up for this. From what I understand, he's getting, cancer treatments. I can't believe, making a humiliating video on Ethan Ralph is a big priority. I think treatment's probably the priority.
I think it'd be really funny if it came out that he's not even sick.
Yeah, I believed that once, but I don't necessarily believe it anymore. I don't know. I said some really rotten shit, and now I'm thinking it's true because I didn't believe it before. Anyway,
obviously mentally ill. No, this is a very sexually explicit video. I won't go into detail, but Ralph exposes his naked genitals at the camera and seems to have an incredibly small penis. I guess it's like a micro.
That's from. I recognize that one. That was from the
Pro Jared
one. Yeah.
Penis, giving her that pat Memphis micro, like the stud that he is. Do you like those? Oh my God, my favorite E-celeb. Now I get to see what his penis looks like. Oh, it's my fantasy come true. Show me your ding dong. I want to see his gunt flopping.
This sucks.
It's so cringy, dude.
It's only got 53 dislikes. By Kill All Pedos. Wow.
Oh, so Max.
Kill All
Well,
Pedos.
I can't argue with that logic. I have to support the video. I support the title.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Kill All Pedos. That reminds me of somebody. Does anybody remember this guy? Queuing this up for you now. I hate pedophiles and murderers and bad guys. Basically, if you are a pedo who rapes kids, a murderer who kills good guys, or a bad guy who does all bad stuff, then I say to you, middle finger.
What is this?
Middle finger. This guy really liked MamaMax's video. At Kill All Pedos or Else. This guy's, I think this was written like in 2005 or 2015. And it was up there forever. And then YouTube took it down, I want to say 2 years ago. But this is like a legendary Twitter account. Basically, if you're a pedo. And I love this. He censors rapes. A murderer who kills good guys and a bad guy who does all the bad stuff. Then I say to you, middle finger. He's got a Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Xbox One.
Poorly cropped, might I add.
Which is fucking perfect. This is one of my favorite things I've ever seen on the internet. I say to you, middle finger. All right, I'm going to take calls. That's all I got for you today. We got 20 minutes. Make them good. The Dark Master. What's on your mind?
You a quick question.
Sure.
What's your opinion on the drunken peasants doxing Joe situation?
I have no idea. You're catching me off guard completely. What are you talking about?
Well, so here's what happened. There's this guy named Pimp Monk, and he made a live stream profiting off his dad's death.
Okay.
And this was like a year ago, but like Joe, who's a fan of Ben, made a joke about it. Which, I mean, I think you're allowed to make a joke of a grifter, right?
All right. Why don't you tell me and stick to the facts instead of your own opinions? What happened?
Well, then, immediately, the next episode of The Drunken Peasants, Ben said if he did it again, he'd tell the people who wanted to kill him where he lived. And he was, like, fully serious. Like, you know, the serious voice, not the joking voice.
Really? So Ben doxed somebody? You have trouble getting to the point like most people.
Wait, did he dox somebody?
Yeah.
Or did he say he was going to dox somebody?
You're trying to give me all this fucking, like, sugarcoating and all this other... You're trying to actually get me to say something you want me to say. Why don't you just give me the facts and I can give you my honest opinion? Did Ben dox somebody?
Well, he tried to.
Well, what do you mean he tried to? Like he
you're a second from going. I hate these calls. I have enough problem with my fucking news team with this kind of stuff. I swear to God. Tell me the facts. I don't know what happened. Well, he tried to. Jesus, talking to you was like talking like a teenager.
On my channel if you want.
I don't know. Get the fuck out of here. You're supposed to call it. No. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. I hate it. Nobody can talk. Nobody can tell the story. What do you think happened? I don't know what happened. Will you tell me what happened? All right, I'm going to go in a long fucking diatribe and not tell you any facts. Here's how you do this. Ben threatened to dox somebody the other night. What do you think about it? Who did he try to dox? Well, this guy that ran a show about a year ago. Why do you think he did that? Well, it was something over, I don't even know. Learn how to talk. My God. Okay. And it's so obvious that you want a certain response from me, right? Tell me the facts and you'll get my honest opinion. Well, he tried to. Ugh.
How do you try to dox someone? Like,
he threatened to dox somebody. Ben threatened to dox this fucking guy. What do you think of that? Well, I don't think he should dox anybody. That would have been my fucking answer.
Women made history in the NFL at the Cleveland-Washington game.
Who? What happened? What did a woman do?
They made history.
What?
What they?
Oh, shut up!
Washington
Shut the fuck up!
This is actually I don't know. It's just too coach.
This guy's perfect for the show. Mental gymnastics here on here. Perfect.
Yeah, Tommy, what do you think about?
No, not you.
Shut up! You better get to the point. I'll end the show early. What's going on?
What is your opinion if I keys your kid's head?
Why is Green Man here?
Wait.
Bye, Green Man. Okay, fine. Mental gymnastics. I must have pulled two of them at the same time or something. Start over. Go ahead. Start from the beginning.
What's going on?
What's going on? How can I help you? How can I help you?
Bro.
Fuck you, dude.
Fuck God!
These Green Man talks.
I heard something early on.
I'm no mood for this shit.
It's running the asylum. You dragged 2 minutes once. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, for fuck's sake, dude.
Tommy, man, I wanted to get your opinion on Destiny being deplatformed from Twitch, if you get me. And specifically the evidence that Vosh organised it. Do you think it
Vosh organised what? What did Vosh do? Vosh, what did he do?
So basically, Vosh's girlfriend and Vosh's femboy third poly lover were posting about how they were going to get their fans to mass report Destiny.
Yes, I did know about this. I was familiar with this, and I think Destiny.
Do a whole show on it?
I think Destiny handled it as best as he could. Because what's that guy? The guy who debated Nick on Xanderhall was just basically arguing with Destiny. It was the weirdest argument in the world. You should really be friends with Vosh, even though Vosh fucking screwed Destiny. At least his girlfriend did. Destiny made some controversial comments about the Rittenhouse situation. Is that his name? Adam Rittenhouse? I forget what the fuck his name is.
Kyle
Rittenhouse. And apparently people in that Vosh crew, who are wackos, decide to mass report Destiny or something. He found out about it and he cut himself off. And then Vanderhall sitting there well, maybe you should, I don't know, look the other way. And I was like, get the fuck out of here, man. And Destiny's fuck you.
I think people are dead manipulative and abusive online. In any, I go on Vosh's Discord and all the people there were justifying the Rittenhouse shooting, which was crazy to me.
Yeah.
And they all just talk so casually about murdering people and stuff.
In Vosh's server? Wouldn't surprise me.
They talk about I was never made a mod there because I go in there just to troll people because I think they're fucking idiots.
Yeah.
And they talk about murdering people and landlords and they say Destiny's a right wing crypto fascist who is a Nazi and shit. Bro. Yeah. And you're
here's what it is. You're seeing the other end of the spectrum from the Ku Klux Klan. They're violent communists, or at least they want to be violent if they guts to do it. As we know, when you shoot communists, when they try to, they kind of calm down. Rittenhouse kind of calmed a lot of people. They started to cool the fuck out ever since a few of them got smoked. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all that they speak violently about people that disagree with them, and one of the ways you do that is anybody you disagree with, you dehumanize them. You make them white supremacist, or you make Destiny right wing, which clearly he isn't.
I actually heard people in Voice's Discord talking about like reporting people. So like I would be in there and like these people would talk about like when the Destiny thing was happening.
You know,
like my girlfriend doesn't know who Voice is, bro. Okay, I'll give you an example. My girlfriend just casually uses Twitter and is a casual left-wing person.
Yeah.
She doesn't watch YouTube at all. She found out about the Destiny thing, and like she was telling me, have you heard about this white nationalist who like was justifying like killing Black Lives Matter? And I was like, and like, and I asked her to show me the tweet, and it was the same person's tweet who said it was going to report Vosh. So like they're organising like all that these left.
I don't know what the fuck. Now you're off on a tangent. I don't understand what.
I mean, basically these the Vosh.
Dude, you're literally audio hieroglyphics.
I like, but it's not even your accent. You're like way off on this conversation. I don't know what you're trying to get across here. Yeah, Vosh cultivates a far left, dangerous, probably far left crowd. I think we all know that. I'm fine. And like both, you know, fucking when Tobes is here, he showed me, he was in this far left group, and he showed me the thing. He was showing me like DMs that they were going to tell, you know, somebody that could hurt him that he was gay. Nothing surprises me. I don't see like Vosh and that type of thinking, or maybe his followers, maybe not Vosh himself, but maybe his followers, as any different as people in the Klan. Like none. I see no difference. There's a far dangerous right and there's a far dangerous left. And yes, I think he probably cultivates a lot of that thinking for sure. Are you surprised? And I don't know what the fuck are you doing in there? Dox the shit out of you. I mean, they tried to hurt Tobes when he wasn't like 100%. If you got to be, when you're in a group like that, when you're an extremist, you got to be 100% in, or they're gonna fuck with you. And they're gonna and Destiny is not 100% in. He even said it in that interview because they found out I wasn't a communist cuck. So they're going to, for even talking like that. You know, I think Shoe on Head was on some podcast where they were talking about what are we going to do after the revolution to these, you know, former policemen. They're talking about killing them. You know, that's that crowd over there. They're pretty wacky. All right, I'm done with you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. It's a wacky
the whole
crowd.
communist thing, like...
Yeah.
I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Green Man is just too fucking illegible. It's annoying. I don't know. Turkey Tom wants to be dragged up.
Okay, put him on.
Oh, remember, Vosh said that he was. Everyone found out that Vosh grew up in Beverly Hills.
It's always the same thing with. Is that true? Could that possibly?
He said that he came from the poor side. Was that what it was? Hold on. Is it Beverly Hills?
Was that him? Are you kidding me? What's up, Mudhar? He said that? You always find out these lefties.
In Beverly Hills, but he says that he grew up in the poor side.
Yeah, sure.
Same.
The poor side. Yeah, my dad only made $300,000 a year.
Fucking joke.
What's going on, Tom?
Not much. Just hanging out. You know, women are making history. It's a good day.
Yeah, women are making history. Do you have anything to say?
No.
All right. I guess you can stay because you're. Might as well put Mudahar in. I might as well just fucking suck the clout. All right. Muda? Is that you? I'm just gonna suck the clout and put as many famous YouTubers in this fucking thing as I possibly can. How are you, Muda?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
I can barely hear you, brother.
You're good all the way in like fucking Vietnam with that.
No, you're like I have you at 200%. You sound like you're. You sound like you're in.
That guy, Mudahar.
What the fuck is? You're a 1 million sub YouTuber. You get Discord to work.
Say my mic's always low. What the fuck?
No, you Mudahar, shut up.
No,
I know.
I'm here.
All right, how are you, sir? What's on your mind?
No, man, I'm good. I just like dropped in and I was hearing all this fucking Vosh and Destiny shit.
Did you watch that? Like, because they have a debate between, or it's kind of a conversation. I don't know if it's a debate, but between Destiny and Vanderhall, and it's just like ridiculous.
I saw the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, my jaw dropped. It's like why would Destiny want to be friends with somebody like that? And even
if somebody fucked me over like that, because let's be real. I mean, what happened to Destiny was like the dude gets fucking completely deplatformed, and it's like you're supposed to be friends with the people that didn't stick up for you. Fuck that. I mean, that's some bullshit, dude.
Somebody wrote in the, I don't know if it's true or not. Somebody wrote in the chat that Vosh said something. You have to defend. You have to sacrifice yourself to the mob if they're bearing down on you.
Yeah, because I saw that. Because that was the whole like.
Did he really say that?
Thing where from what I recall, yeah, he's like because it was like it's like a morality thing where.
Oh really? Yeah, I like Colin Rittenhouse's way of doing it. That'd be way I'm going to save my life and smoke your fucking skateboarding wielding ass. Fuck that shit.
The whole thing is the context that I think he had over there, like from what I recall, is like if you're an active shooter, which I guess is the definition of if you have a firearm in like a crowd, and like a bunch of people are hounding on you, you have to like fucking surrender yourself to that mob, as violent as they may look, because fucking the thing is like if you're gonna go with the self-defense principle, you keep blowing people, you keep like shooting 100 people until everyone's gone. That's the idea, which I'm like, look, man, I feel like everyone.
It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. When Kyle Rittenhouse was finally forced, you only have to kill 2 or 3, and then everybody gets the fucking point. It doesn't work like that. It is interesting to me, as somebody that was in the army, and you know arms, the most instinctual thing in the fucking world that you will do, and I don't care who the fuck you are, when you hear a gunshot go off after you get down. You get down. Everybody does it. These fucking people are so wound up that they'll attack a guy with an AR-15. That natural get the fuck down. Occurs because we use these
save your ass type.
It's gone. It's been removed. They're so. It's exactly what Jordan Peterson says. Is they're ideologically possessed. And the only thing that can make you do something like that is if you're possessed by some kind of cult, religion, or political philosophy.
Well, that's like the radicalization shit, right?
Yeah,
that's why you have fucking terrorists who
You'll
are like
walk in front of bullets.
Themselves up.
You'll walk in front of fucking bullets if that's the case. It's pretty fucking amazing, And I mean, Jesus Christ! Like, even that guy Rosenbaum that got somebody. Rosenbaum of our people, he was yelling at some of the people that were in Rittenhouse's crew, "Shoot me, nigga! Shoot me!" White guy saying that, I mean, he literally asked for it, And what Destiny was saying, I don't think Destiny wants to see anybody get killed. I didn't take that away. What he's saying is, if you're out like destroying stuff and setting stuff on fire, and some motherfuckers come and smoke you. You asked for it, and that we did a whole show on this on Thursday. You asked for it.
When that whole thing happened, right? Like because he went across state lines, he went out of his way to like fucking defend a neighborhood. I think that's really stupid. Like even if he was,
I wouldn't let my kid do it. But here's the thing: he's like it's like Destiny says he has more of a right to be there. He works there. It's his fucking area. He worked. He only lives like 10 or 15.
Does he own it though? Does he own that like establishment?
I mean, who cares?
I don't. Well, first of all, that doesn't. I mean, listen, from a personal, that doesn't really matter.
I just think if you own it, like if it was my property, like unless it's my.
What if you work there?
I directly own it.
What if you work there though? But if let's say I was working.
What if you like eating there?
I'm gonna pray that the guy who runs it fucking shells out for some insurance.
I will defend my local subway.
I don't know, Mudahar. You look like the type of guy I'd have to work for in New Jersey. So if I was working at 7-Eleven and I needed that 7-Eleven work, and you're like, these guys are coming to burn down my shit. If they burn down my shit, Tommy, you're out of a job. What do you want me to do about it? Well, if you want to bring your AR-15 over and defend your job.
Like, I know you memed about the whole subway thing, but yeah, if it was my establishment, like even if I work there, like I think if it's a small business type thing, like I know the boss and everything, I'll probably show up there with my boss to fucking hold it down.
If you're paying me $5.05 an hour, go fuck yourself. If you're giving me a salary, I'm going.
It's also like a whole a family thing you develop too in most of these work cultures, right? Like,
maybe me and you are business partners, and like, well, we're gonna go fucking down together. sacrifice yourself to the mob. Man,
I mean, I
fuck
saw
you.
self-defense. I didn't see him like fucking going out and blowing 10, 20 people. That's a different story.
No, he was
Like,
running away.
You're gonna protect yourself.
He was running
that's your
away.
God-given right, like anywhere you live.
And no, he waited until they were all running at him to shoot them. Like,
Yeah, well, the first guy, Rosenbaum, first of all, somebody shot at him first. They have the video out for that. Somebody shot at him. Rosenbaum tries to disembowel him. He tries to disarm him. Smart move. Gets himself smoked. Then he starts to run, and we see what we see in the video. He gets hit with a skateboard. He trips. He gets hit with a skateboard. That guy's using a lethal weapon. He gets smoked. And another guy's pulling up to draw a firearm on him, and he smoked him right through his arm. Damn near knocked the gun out of his hands.
Dude,
he saved his own life.
People watch way too many movies. You
I know.
not want somebody to fucking
Nobody
disarm
knows.
like that. You get the fuck
That's-
down and
you know-
Wait, do you watch The Boys?
No, I never seen
No,
that.
I haven't seen it. No.
You need to watch The Boys. Everyone in chat, bro, you're doing yourself a disservice
This
if
is
you're not
all,
watching
this
The
is all
Boys.
you talk about.
It's on Amazon, right?
I think lots of Buda
Yeah,
fans
it's
will
free.
relate to Stormfront. I think the character.
Oh my god!
Holy shit!
There's like a Nazi character.
Oh boy, you said the boys.
What?
It's on Amazon, right?
I believe
Yeah, it's free.
Stormfront is actually a Jewish lady from Portland or something.
She is.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how do?
It's the thought that counts.
Character even funnier.
Well, going back to Destiny and fucking thing, I understand what Destiny was saying. He was saying two things. A, if this keeps up, we're going to lose the election, which might be true. These people have a right to protect their property. Yeah, they have every right. They have a right to protect their property, and they have just as much right to be.
That's
They
not
have
even like an American right.
Yeah,
that's like.
Well, yeah, I guess it's a little different where you're from. They don't look at things that way, but we do.
No, but I'm just saying, like, it's a God-given right.
You,
Like,
you think?
believe
So you're
anywhere
saying it
you live
is a
in the world.
God-given right? I tend to
Yeah, I
agree with
believe
you.
anywhere you live, you
Yeah,
should be able to protect your shit and yourself and your family.
Yeah, if you think about this, this is something I always thought. I remember my dad was big anti-communist, and he would talk about Solzhenitsyn, and he's like, if you with no property rights, there's no human rights. That was something to attack the Marxists. But I started thinking about this and they have like things in England like duty to flee. If you're not allowed to defend your life, you literally have no rights. If you can't defend the right to breathe, what do you have? Nothing. So I mean, like, you know, if you want to use the word, I'm an atheist. If you want to use the word God-given, you know, yeah, that's fine. I think it's an absolute right to defend your right to breathe and certainly your place of business. I mean, I don't think there's anything around
So
it.
in Canada, right, like self-defense with a firearm is illegal. Like, you'll go to court or whatever.
Yeah.
That's a thing. But, like, you know, I speak to a lot of guys over here. Like, we're firearms owner, like our PAL license owners and shit. So we own firearms or whatever.
Gotcha.
I'm just gonna be real. Like, if somebody broke into my house with a firearm and they tried to like kill, you know, me or whatever family member or friend I had there, like a fucking close person, I think I would fucking break the law in order to protect myself.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, so what? You know, what
right? Like, take me to court afterwards,
I'd rather be judged by 12 but carried by 6. You know, judged by 12 or carried by 6. You know, take your choice right there and then. Yeah, but if you don't have the right to defend yourself, you really don't have any rights. You don't. I mean, explain to me how you still have rights after you don't have the right to defend yourself the next breath. You know, so no, I think it's nuts. I don't think that Destiny was calling for violence. I don't think he would. He just doesn't seem that stupid to me. Vosh
the way
does.
that he worded it, the way he worded that statement, because I watched the streamable, we all did. So the way he worded it, that's enough to make it seem that way, and it's enough for you to just toss it to like Twitch terms of service and get your ass fucking removed.
Yeah, sure.
I think, you know, in that case, maybe he should have fucking checked his wording before he outed it. But I mean, like, you know, there's so much shit you can just take out of context and use against someone. I almost can't even blame him for that. Like, when I saw it, I was like, sure, maybe if you wanted to really fucking, you know, stretch and make it the case, but I don't think he was directly advocating we should just go out and fucking kill all like riders.
Well, I'm looking at his stuff now. He still has his check mark. Actually, he's streaming right now. He still has his check mark. And
he could get repartnered, right?
Yeah. He still check. I guess he doesn't get the good ads anymore or something.
Right.
But you know, I got, as much as I don't like Destiny, you know, I kind of admire him sticking to his fucking guns.
That's a rare fucking thing.
Yeah, and sticking to his guns in the face of losing money and standing on principle and Look, I wouldn't call Destiny a pro-American guy. He said some awful things about the states, I think. But God, he has a God-given right to speak them, and I think he's proved that he's not just some commie cuck. I think he might have been at one time and then just grew up. I think that was.
I think way back when it was more extreme, like in order to make a buck on politics, you have to be like either or, like fuck, you have to be a Nazi or a commie. Now it's like there's way more money in the centrist shit.
Yeah.
But
he's also talking about. He says he comes from nothing, supposedly, right? And I don't. I had a great upbringing. I pretty much only thing times got tight was during my parents' divorce. But I did know the kids that had less growing up. Where I grew up in Woodbridge, houses that had 5, 6, 7 kids. Not everybody got the good shit or the good shit on Christmas. You know what I mean? When you're poor or you don't have as much as somebody else, maybe not even poor, but you just don't have as much. You don't have the latest console.
You have to work harder.
Yeah. You value that shit, and you might be willing to lay down your life to keep it. I remember when I was a kid.
I'll say it from my perspective. So I'm not going to say that I came from nothing, but there was a period, I think, from the 8th grade to because I became an adult pretty much at 16, 17. That's when I had to start working a job.
Yeah,
in order to sustain myself and shit. But before then, you had I was always a generation behind all the other kids, right? We weren't buying much, and I wasn't even pissed about it. We were content. I was thankful for whatever the fuck we had.
Sure.
I can definitely get down to when you don't have as much as everyone else, when you're not up there, when you're not toe to toe, you do value the fuck out of whatever you have.
Yeah, I
can with what you have.
Because he kept saying, "It's you guys. I guess you guys don't get it, And I'm thinking to myself, I was a really lucky kid, and I get it. I wouldn't want anybody taking my shit.
Yeah, the whole communist argument these guys have is what was it, lives value more than property? But I don't know, if I have a house and
you could ruin if you lose your life. You could lose your life, your way of life, if you lost your house.
If you spend your life working for your house and someone tries to take it from you, what are you supposed to do?
A big chunk of these guys who are super in the commie side of the world,
they live with their parents,
Destiny or whatever. These guys are also fucking near multimillionaires. Okay, I'm not going to hear commie shit from somebody that has a higher net worth than usual.
That was Destiny's argument on Hassan. He's like, "What do you make? $52,000 a month from Twitch subs? Shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
Because you can't pay your fucking editor a salary or whatever. You're gonna sit here and make them collect the ad revenue, a percentage of it.
You know what, Nick? The thing is, these guys shit on the whole capitalist mentality so fucking much. Don't get me wrong, capitalism has a fuck ton of its problems, right?
Sure.
But these guys profit the fuck out of the capitalist system, but then they're always shilling this communist system that they would never be able to be as rich as they are had that system been currently in place. I would love to see them fucking succeed with the communist system.
In today's climate.
Exactly, yeah.
Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine.
Hey, Tommy.
Yeah, what's up? What's up, Lord Vape?
What's up, baby? Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you very much, Lord Vape.
I don't want to derail this.
No. I'm glad you said I wanted to hear from you. You know what I want to do, too? I think I want to call it a night. I did an hour. I'm going to be off tomorrow on Monday. For Monday, if I'm doing a family thing tomorrow. I'll be back Tuesday and Thursday, the rest of the week. I'll see you guys around, and we get some breaking news. We'll put it on for you. So thank you, Mood Hard, Turkey Tom, Nicholas Diorio, Jeff Huffman.
You're going to let Vegas say what he wanted to say, though?
Oh, I thought he was done. I thought he was just saying happy birthday.
I was going to say on the life valuing thing, it's it's as simple as rap.
Sorry, let him talk.
Thanks for coming on.
Sure.
Oh, is that burst? Oh, what's up, bitch?
Sorry, no, let him talk. Now I feel bad. Stop. Go ahead, Big.
Hey, this is
you guys are assholes.
On the life valuing thing, if lives are more valuable than property, then why are you risking yours fucking with my shit?
Yeah.
As simple as that, dude.
That's one way to look at it. All right. I'm gonna call it a day. I might have to go downtown and buy cigarettes too. That's way more important.
That was so fucking funny,
you guys are bastards. Again, thank you, Moodhar, for showing up. Nick, Turkey Tom, Walt, Verst, who's a prick. Freak, Huffman. I'm out. see you Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for showing up.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs, like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-town, the King's home, slapping fives, black stones, 6 round David Jones, bullets look like waffle cones. Affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles, see it like I'm shit Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe.
I want to see what a human review team does when they get it.
Because like, didn't they already put it back up?